Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Nyasis Manigrahi and today I'll be talking about Francis Bacon's essay of adversity. Adversity means difficulty. Anyway, this essay was written by Francis Bacon. Now who is Francis Bacon? Francis Bacon was an English philosopher and statesman who served as Attorney General and as Lord Chancellor of England. His works are credited with developing the scientific method and remained influential through the scientific revolution. Bacon has been also called the father of essays. Bacon was born in 22nd January 1561 in York House, Strand, and he died in 9th April 1626 at Highgate, London. Bacon's essay reflects the style of brevity and wit. His writing is direct and to the point, complete in sense and avoiding too much detail. Bacon has a systematic style, moves rationally from one point to another. The subject matters and ideas of his essays are based on real life. We found Greek and Latin proverbs in his essay, of what an educated person might be familiar. In his essays, Bacon always discusses the pros and cons of the subject matter under study and helps the reader think rationally with his arguments, justifications, and examples from real life and literature. All the characteristics discussed above are found in his essay of adversity. He represents himself as a true child of Renaissance, of adversity being a penchant essay not only has literary value but also has social importance. In order to make his argument rational, Bacon takes the help of religious scriptures, which seems to be very effective. Bacon conveyed his idea in a simple language with the use of simple similes and metaphors for the common experiences. This essay is the best example of his keen insight to human nature. Let us move to the essay now. But before that guys, if you are new to this channel, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so Bacon opens this essay with the saying of Seneca. Seneca was a Roman philosopher, a great nobleman from 54 AD to 62nd AD with an intense wisdom. He was a writer, a philosopher, a statesman and a counselor as well, who helped people to face suffering and challenges with courage. Bacon quotes his saying in a memorable speech that prosperity is always related to good things such as happiness and relief. However, the good things that are related with adversity should be appreciated as it saves our personality in a positive manner. Yes, this is a legit point because after every night follows a day, isn't it? Without bad times, you cannot know the taste of good times. So, for good times, bad times are quite important. Bacon continues his argument with a Latin saying, bona rerum scandarum optabilia, adversarum mirabilia. I know it's hard to understand because it's in Latin. So what that means is things of victory are desired, opposing wonderful. So Bacon, by arguing about this point, wants us to think about adversity in a positive way. Humans should master to deal bliss as well as misery equally. It is often seen that most of the miracle happens in the times of adversity. They happen so to completely neutralize the pain of the calamity. Bacon argues about the faith of a man. It is in the hands of God to bring the calamity, and it is in his hand to bring relief from it. We have a faith that everything he does is for the goodness of his creation. He again mentions of the Latin proverb meaning that the true greatness is to have the frailty of man, to ask for security of God. It is the true greatness that a powerless, weak man searches for protection of God. Bacon further says that one can easily find miracles in the poetry. Calamities are the part of life and one cannot get over it as far as he is living. These calamities make it hard for us to have imagination. Through imagination, we can take us away from the harsh realities of life. Moreover, adversities help us to strengthen our imaginations by the use of the medium such as poetry to express them. Bacon, by referring to the Hercules and Prometheus, emphasized the virtue of bravery and fortitude. Prometheus was a monster but was a great compassionate towards humans. Bacon uses the metaphor of ocean to show the hardship faced by the Prometheus when his torch with which he lit the fire for humans was sailed by Hercules. And the Hercules, after sailing in the ocean, find Prometheus having the torch. Bacon says that prosperity brings temperance, while the virtue of adversity is that it brings fortitude with itself. Both of these comes hands to hand and are gifts of God. As prosperity is the sacred sign of Old Testimony, while adversity is the sacred sign of New Testimony. However, adversity is superior and is an expression of God, benevolent nature. Bacon refers to the Bible and narrates the story of hardship in the life of the Job. Job was a religious man who faced too much adversity in his life. By referring to this example, Bacon argues that if a man like Job can face such adversity, then why not a common man? Rather, we should be thankful to God who makes our life worth living by giving us such adversities. Bacon in the end argues that it is not necessary that prosperity will always be accompanied by joy and happiness. Similarly, it is not always necessary that adversity will be accompanied by sorrow and grief, nor it is always barren and hopeless. For instance, an embroidery work upon a sad and solemn ground might be attractive, but a dark and depressed work on the lightsome ground will never be attractive. Bacon advised that one should go for what his heart feels joyous, not what his eyes feel attractive. By talking one side, the side of adversity, Bacon says that scent intensifies its odor when it is crushed. By prosperity, one might discover very nice, but adversity helps to discover true virtue. This is it for today, guys. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe. Love you all.